Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank the Dialogue of Civilization Research Institute for organizing this timely and topical event. And the place you have chosen, the beautiful and historic island of Rhodes, is the ideal one, given its location, overlooking three interlinked continents and being in the epicenter of large-scale geopolitical developments, where migration and security appear as challenges of global concern. It is with great regret, believe me, that I cannot be there physically, since I have to attend the Justice and Home Affairs Ministerial Council, the European Union and the Western Balkans in Tirana, in Albania. But I wish to send you a few words through this video. The topic of the Rhodes Forum this year is very important, as there is no timelier moment to discuss multilateralism, whether it is managing migration, fighting terrorism, organized crime and cyber attacks, reducing poverty, addressing climate change, or improving trade. All these issues are global challenges that require global solutions and global partnerships. This year, it is almost 100 years since the end of World War I, one of the bloodiest wars in history. On the ashes of this dark past, we built the Europe that we know today. A Europe of solidarity and responsibility, a Europe of unity that stands strong and united against all challenges. A Europe that will never be a fortress. The essence of Europe and our Union, as we know it today, are grounded on the principles of multilateralism, working equally together towards a shared goal, not just within the Union, but also outside. In the area of migration, for example, we have established several tools to better manage this phenomenon. Most recently, we have strengthened the European Borders and Coast Guard Agency to enable it to offer border management support in third countries beyond our direct neighborhood. We have also stepped up our cooperation with countries of origin and transit on return and readmission. We have already concluded readmission agreements with 17 countries, and negotiations are ongoing with another 6 countries. More generally, we have strengthened our cooperation with key third countries such as Turkey, the Western Balkans, not just to reduce irregular migration or better manage borders, but also to help them deal with the challenges on the ground. Some wrongly accuse the European Union of outsourcing its responsibilities. Our cooperation is not about money. Funding is a tool towards a much more important goal of equal and effective partnership. Today, you discussed about the dialogue with Africa. Our two continents are inextricably bound. Europe needs Africa, and Africa needs Europe. We need to forge equal and strong partnerships for the future. This is why we propose the new Africa-Europe Alliance for Sustainable Investment and Jobs, which is expected to create up to 10 million jobs in the next 5 years. When it comes to migration, we are working towards reducing irregular migration flows while enhancing legal pathways in a comprehensive and effective manner for the migrants that the European economy demands. Better managing migration is also about working towards stability and security globally. And here too we need multilateralism. Since the end of the Second World War, we have taken important steps forward in building peace and stability. The creation and establishment of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, and the cooperation between the European Union and NATO today, for example, are the cornerstones of our overall security and defense strategy. The threats that our societies face today are constantly evolving. Terrorism is changing. Terrorists are innovating. The only way to fight them is multilaterally and collectively. In the European Union, we learn hard lessons from terrorism. From the silo approach of recent years to working now full steam to build a genuine and effective security union. This is a paradigm shift. We work hard since 2014 to establish trustful partnerships to tackle terrorism by ensuring better information exchange within the European Union, but also with partners such as the United States, Canada, the Western Balkans, Turkey, and the Middle East, as well as North Africa. Now that Daesh is losing territory on the ground, our most challenging threat is the one of radicalization, both online and offline. This is why we have set up the EU Internet Forum, which inspired the Globe Industry Forum and counter-terrorism. Recently, we have proposed EU-wide rules to ensure that terrorist content is taken down within 1 hour. Another threat that we face across borders is the threat against our democracies and the risk of foreign interference in our election processes. The European Union is therefore committed to enhanced cooperation with key partners across the world. Our aim is to better protect the citizens' rights and strengthen the resilience of the European Union's democratic systems. Multilateralism is more alive and more needed than ever. We are all aware that in times of globalization and instability, everything that happens across the borders directly affects our daily lives. Citizens are worried. It is our duty to make them feel safe and to allow them to believe once again in a Europe that shows determination, strong leadership and vision. And I want to be clear, multilateralism is not about losing your identity, roots or national interests. On the contrary, it is about pursuing national interests on a common ground for collective prosperity. This is what the European Union is all about. A continent that goes beyond geographical boundaries to forge common interests for the benefit of all of us. We should embrace the patriotism that strives to find ways of living better together, the one that seeks progress, more democracy, peace, stability, and collective development. Because ultimately, one can be European and patriot at the same time. Dear friends, I wish you fruitful discussions, and I look forward to the outcome of your deliberations. Thank you very much for your attention.